take us into the two horses with their driver ratings. Sorry guys.
Okay, Mazepin out of 10.
Sorry. Stop as a boss.
Usually you say the last thing.
Oh yeah,
and I'm just keep.
Okay, whoa. Okay. No problem, Johnny. In any case, guys, not a lot of screen time for Mazepin and Schumacher. Obviously, Mazepin ended 2 laps behind the leader. And Schumi retired, but he was running so well. Actually sticking with Latifi and Giovinazzi through that race. He had a very nice battle with them. I saw the timing at the bottom, them constantly swapping around. So that's why Schumi got a bigger mark. So well done from Schumi. Into the Alfa Romeos. Giovinazzi gets a 4 out of 10, as you guys already heard. And Kimi Räikkönen, I feel he deserves more, but thank you to the other Motorsport Lounge members, he's not getting more. P8! After being out for 2 races and having COVID, he was very sick. And he comes back and he's just like, boom, P8.
And
so I would have loved to give him an 8 or more, but the Motorsport Lounge has spoken, and Kimi gets a 7 out of 10. But well done from Räikkönen. For somebody who's retiring at the end of the year, I think this is a good one. If it doesn't go his way for the rest of the season, this is a good final points result in a car that's that slow. Johnny, you've got the 2 Williams.
Let me just do.
Yeah, just the 2 Williams.
Okay.
Latifi Russell.
Latifi gets a 3 out of 10, and George Russell, I think he's always getting above 5.
I think above 7 or higher.
We actually need to check.
Yeah, we'll do that for the end of the season podcast to see what was every driver's average driver rating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, and what did Russell? Oh, an 8 out of 10. Sorry, Johnny. Good review. Obviously, Russell being Russell, and Latifi just a little bit of a disappointing performance. Also, a lot of screen time, so that's the reason for the points. Heading into the 2 Aston Martins, Stroll gets a 4 out of 10, and Vettel a 5 out of 10, both out of the points. Don't think there's much to say about them, except we already talked about the crash.
Yeah, I think maybe Vettel could have get more points.
He wasn't the points for a bit of the race. He was actually fighting with Russell for that P10 spot, but his teammate cost him, basically. But yeah, Johnny, you've got the 2 Alpha Tauris.
Okay, Yuki Tsunoda, 2 out of 10. I think this is starting to get old.
This is starting to become sad.
Yeah. Okay. And then Gasly gets a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, just guys, second race in a row, where AlphaTauri just haven't been on pace. It's been really bad weekends from them. And Gasly, one thing we didn't mention in the talking points, Gasly was really vocal on the radio after the race about the team messing up his strategy every time it rains. And if you look at past races, Imola, where they kept him on the wets for like 20 laps, after it was intermediate conditions and him losing something like P4 to like P60, stuff like that. He was really vocal about it, even in post-race interviews, that this was the team's fault for him not scoring points. And I love this attitude from Gasly because he's really not being shy anymore. But Gasly did have the pace to get into the points and the team cost him, but I mean, rating's a rating. So heading into the 2 Alpines, Ocon gets a 3 out of 10, and Alonso doing Alonso things gets an 8 out of 10. Obviously, already talked about that. You've got the 2 Ferraris, Johnny.
Okay, Carlos Sainz with an amazing battle, 9 out of 10, and then Charles Leclerc with 8 out of 10.
Very good weekend from Ferrari. Even though Charles ended P15, he had a real strong comeback. I mean, just looking at his first lap, like we already mentioned, P19 to P14, making some insane overtakes. The battle with Vettel and Verstappen, and just getting himself into proper points before the rain hits. It was a very good performance from Charles. Heading into the 2 McLarens, Ricciardo gets a 7 out of 10. Still managed P4 after a very slow pit stop. Once again, McLaren having most of the ruling with the bad performance. Ricciardo stayed ahead of Hamilton for most of the race. Just basically the pit stop cost him, and then he's made it back at the end of the race with the rain. So well done from Ricciardo. And Norris gets a 9 out of 10. I think we both feel he should have gotten a 10 at least. But once again, the Motorsport Lounge has spoken.
I gave him 11.
Yes, I gave him a 10, and I think Demi also gave him an 11, but some other people gave him an 8 and a 7.
Why?
Now you know how I feel when you guys rated Alonso so low at the beginning of the season. It's not a nice feeling, is it?
No.
Exactly. Okay, but Jonny, you've got the 2 Mercedes.
Okay, Valtteri Bottas is 6 out of 10 and Lewis Hamilton 8 out of 10.
Very strong. Well, Valtteri just making it count in the rain. He was stuck in P14 for most of the race, but he made a good comeback to get P5 in the end. And Hamilton obviously winning the race, making the right strategy call with the team. Good from Hamilton. And finally, the 2 Red Bulls. Sergio Perez gets a 4 out of 10 for just a very lackluster performance, and Max Verstappen coming from P20 to P2. 10 out of 10, solid 10 out of 10. Well done, Verstappen. Now, Jonny, you've got our self-created teams championship after round 14, the previous round.
Okay.
And actually, this is wrong. Excuse me. It's actually round 15, which was the previous round, and the new round was round 16. So you've got the results after round 15,
Okay.
which on yours will say round 14.
14, okay. So it's Haas at 95 points. And then Alfa Romeo at 135. Williams, I must actually say where they're at.
Okay, that's from 10th to down, so Williams is P8.
P8 with 147. My brain! Anyway, Aston Martin and AlphaTauri tied for 106.
No.
160!
Tied for 6th place on 160. Jonny,
I think I have dyslexia or something. It happened to me today like so many times.
I
Anyway.
need a webcam.
Okay, Mercedes at P5 at 168 points. Alpine P4 with 176. Almost did it wrong again. McLaren at P3 with 198 points. Ferrari at P2 at 108.
208.
208. I didn't even recognize I made it. The
mistake.
The mistake.
I need a webcam.
Okay, and then Red Bull P1 at 212 points.
Thank you, Jonny. It took you 2 years, but you did it. You did it. Well done. Guys, the standings after the Russian Grand Prix for the Driver Ratings Constructors Championship. Haas is still in P10 on 102 points. Alfa Romeo are still obtaining P9 on 146. Williams in P8 on 158. AlphaTauri in P7 on 166. Aston Martin in 6th on 169, Mercedes in P5 on 182, and Alpine in 4th on 187. The battle from 8th to 4th is very close, and then we get the top 3. McLaren in P3 on 214, Ferrari in P2 on 225 points, and Red Bull are still in 1st, but only by 1 singular point on 226. Can't wait for this thing to end. It's going to be good. And guys, the final thing for this podcast, let's head into the predictions. Our predictions for the 2021 Russian Grand Prix. Jonny, you've got myself and your sister Jess.
Okay, so you said Verstappen podium.
I don't know how I got that, because I said that after we got the news of his engine penalties.
Yeah, I thought that some points in the bag for me.
It's a bold prediction.
Yeah. Anyway, you got it. And then Williams points, got that one. And then Pierre Gasly, unfortunately, quali top 8.
Didn't get that one.
Okay, and then Jess said Pierre Perez top 4.
Ouch.
Where did he end?
Sergio Perez, I'll quickly have a look here. Sergio Perez ended P9 ahead of George Russell.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, he ended 10 seconds ahead of George, but 2 seconds behind Raikkonen.
And
so
then,
yeah.
And then the second prediction was Max and Lewis make contact. I think she was just pretty mad after the previous race. Anyway, no, not the previous race.
Yes, it was the previous race.
Both of them
where
crashed out.
Where Verstappen decided he wanted to do parkour over Hamilton's car.
Oh, okay. My brain is leaving me tonight.
You're just tired.
Anyway, And then McLaren points, and that's the only one she got.
Yeah. Now, Boosted said a Perez top 5. Wrong. Raikkonen outqualifies Giovinazzi, which happened. That's where he got his 5 points. And a Bottas win. Now, in previous years, Russia has been the track where Bottas usually dominates, so that was a bold prediction to make, but no. Melanie said Verstappen regains podium, which, well done. A pit stop fail, which happened for Ricciardo, and a Ferrari top 5, hallelujah, Carlos Sainz. Melanie gets her third 16 points of the season. She's kicking our booties in the predictions championship. Jonny, you have got Janco and Jadepie.
Okay. Russell finishing points, well done. McLaren keeps race pace, which they actually did.
They did.
And then safety car in the race.
This is one of the first races in a while we've had without a safety car, and it was so hectic.
Yeah.
Guys, proof that you don't need a safety car to have a good race. For all of you millennials saying a safety car is the only way we have a good race in Formula 1. Take that.
Yeah. Okay. And then Jadepie said a very bold prediction as well. Verstappen podium.
I think that was the prediction of the weekend for our team. Just so by the way.
Then Ferrari top 5. And then free practice or quali crash.
Yep. And Jade gets her second. No, yes, it is her second 16 points. And then Jonny, you and Demi unfortunately forgot to send in your predictions, so you both get a fat round 0. Now, the Team Motorsport Lounge Predictions Championship. I'll take the standings after round 15, not 14. Jadepie was on 50 points in 8th place. Jess in 7th on 60 points. Janco was in 6th on 61 points. Myself, Jonny, and Boosted were tied in 3rd on 76 points. Demi was 2nd on 81 points. And Melanie was 1st on 86. Jonny, you've got it after round 16.
Okay, so Jess at P8 with 65 points. Jadepie P7 with 66 points. Janco, why always in my English accent? Janco.
You mean your Afrikaans accent speaking English?
Same difference.
Same pudding, different sauce.
Yes. P7 with P6 with 71 points. My stupid mistake of not giving driver predictions, well, just predictions, put me down to P5 with 76 points. And then you and Demi, no, Boosted and Demi tied for 3rd with 81 points. You 2nd with 86 points, and then Melanie is just running away.
Yeah.
At first with 102 points.
She's the first person to get into triple digits.
Yeah.
But now that I'm back in 2nd, I need to do something about this. I mean, it's getting bad.
I just need to remember.
Yeah. But you did for the Turkish Grand Prix.
Yes.
Okay, so the 2021 Turkish Grand Prix predictions. Now, guys, Boosted unfortunately forgot to send in his predictions. I've given all of these guys a deadline because otherwise it's too easy to make a prediction so close to the race weekend, especially with news coming through and everything. So I've given them a cut-off point. If they don't send in their predictions, they don't have predictions for the next race. I know it's a bit harsh, but I have to do it to keep the little battle we have fair.
Yeah.
So Boosted has got no predictions. Jonny, you've got myself and Melanie's predictions.
Okay, you predict Alonso beats Ocon, Perez P5, and Ferrari top 10.
Okay, so remember, guys, the rule is 2 bold predictions, 1 easy. I feel Ocon has been really consistent recently, so Alonso beating Ocon, especially at a track where Ocon performed really well last year. I feel it was a bold one. Perez top 5, and then obviously the easy one, Ferrari top 10. That's the ruling for all of us. You can make 1 stupid easy prediction and 2 bold. Go with Melanie, Jonny.
Okay, Melanie said first 10 laps crash. That's a bold prediction. Ferrari top 7 and then Verstappen top 3.
Yes. I think the Ferrari top 7 is definitely a bold one because they didn't go good at Turkey last year. They did end up P3 and P4, but that is just because a lot of other drivers around them made so many mistakes. I mean, Verstappen's been, you guys were here for that race where Hamilton won the championship. So that to me was a bold prediction. Then Demi said a first lap crash, Giovinazzi in the points, and a teammate battle. All 3 of hers are actually bold, so Demi is really going for it. Jonny, you said Max retakes the championship lead. Lando top 5 and a Ricciardo top 7. I need to teach you how to spell Ricciardo's name. It's
Why?
a Ricciardo.
Oh, the
It's like that.
oh, 2 C's. I
Yes.
did not know that.
2 C's and an I after the second C. Okay, Jonny, you've got Janco and Jadepie, and I'll end off with Jess's predictions.
Okay, so Janco said Russell Q3.
Very bold.
Yeah, well,
He
he always does it, but it's in a week, so
recently.
it's still a bold prediction. Okay, Norris top 5 quali, and then crash in the first 25 laps.
Also, Janco went just like Demi, very bold.
Okay, Jadepie said Max retakes the championship, Perez top 5, and then Pierre Gasly top 10.
Yes.
I think
Gasly is the easy prediction because if it doesn't go wrong for him, he's always in the points.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, and then finally, Jess said Ferrari outscore McLaren. Thank you, Jess.
Bold.
Verstappen retakes the championship lead. That's a big prediction for this, I can see. And also a Gasly top 10. So that is very interesting. And obviously, Jess has lost a lot of ground, so she also got some points to make up. But guys, that has been the podcast for the 2021 Russian Grand Prix. Jonny, first of all, I want to say thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to actually come to my house at night time to do the podcast. I really do appreciate it. Guys, for those of you guys that don't know, Jonny is working 2 jobs and he's really making effort to be here for the podcast. So from my side, thank you for that. And I think 1 like equals 1 thank you to Jonny. So make sure to drop a like down below on both halves of the podcast if it is in 2 halves. Make sure to go check out the links in the description down below. Check out my South African gaming clan, Falcon Gaming. All the social media links are in the description down below, as well as my own personal social media links. Guys, follow me on social media. I'll probably give you a follow back. If you want to share one of my videos, make sure to tag me in the post or the story, and I will give you a shout out on my social media as well as in a future YouTube video. Finally, check out my second YouTube channel, Forza Watch Gaming, which has got non-racing content, having a lot of fun over there, and some good content coming soon there as well. And then finally, if you are new to the channel and this is your first time viewing Turbo Fox RacerZ and you haven't yet subscribed, Jonny, what are you supposed to do?
Subscribe, hit the bell to never miss a future video.
Thank you very much. I mean, Jonny, we've got podcasts, we've got F1 content, we've got F2 content, we've got Need for Speed, we've got Wreckfest. And I've also got something which you obviously already know coming very exciting very soon. So guys, you want to be subscribed and don't forget to ding that bell. Jonny, your final thoughts before we end off?
Lando Norris is a future world champion.
Very good one. There you feel about Lando like I feel about Gasly. Guys, my final thoughts. Once again, rain expected for the Turkish Grand Prix. Not such a big, I think it's 40% for Sunday. Saturday looks like it's going to be almost a definite wet qualifying. So maybe we see another Russell P2 or P3, or we have something crazy like Mazepin on pole. Please, Lord, no. But in any case, guys, I'm just hoping for a good weekend. Istanbul Park is my favorite circuit in the world, despite the Nürburgring. I love Istanbul Park, and I can't wait to see the F1 cars, probably for the final time ever, going to Turkey. So I'm really excited for this weekend. Oh boy, that was keys, and you just gave me a heart attack, Jonny. Excuse the bling in the background, but yeah, just hoping for another good weekend like we had last year. Guys, that's been the podcast. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for staying till the end. I love you guys. I'll see you guys for the next video. Jonny, say your goodbyes.
Goodbye.
I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!